What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be about assembling of this beautiful Barrett M82A1. If you like this video, if you found it informative, please leave a like, please subscribe, and yeah, take care. Have a good day. Go home. Here's what comes inside the box. You have your gun in two parts. It doesn't fit all put together, so when you buy it, this is how it comes. Where I bought it at Advanced Arms, one of the salesmen, he gave me a rundown on how to put this together, and he had me take it apart to make sure I know how it works and how to use it. Comes with your manual, has the three different types, which we have the CQ. This one's the 20-inch instead of the 29. Just like this video, this also gives you instructions on how to take it apart, which I think is pretty awesome, but it's always good to see it in person. It gives you more of a good example rather than just looking at pictures. Now, the good thing about one of these is that it comes from the factory already nicely oiled up, so you don't have to worry about oiling. Certain guns don't do that. I was told by the guy who works in the gun store that when you're working on this, always keep this barrel facing down because this barrel moves. If you have it facing up, if your finger's like right here and you're holding this up, this will come right down. Nice little chop on your finger, and this is gonna hurt because this thing is heavy. This also has a little handlebar that sits right on top of your Picatinny rail. Makes it a lot easier to pick this up. Here's the magazine. This thing is absolutely gigantic. Just about every gun YouTuber and their mother has one of these. You don't really like see just how massive of a gun this is. Like, it's been so watered down already because they use it with such ease. Just to show a comparison of how massive this really is. This is your standard AR-15 mag. This is the one that this administration is scared of, that Biden hates. Your AR-15, your Barrett M82. Look at that. That is absolutely ginormous. And this is, this is pretty good. This is a pretty good round too, but Jesus Christ, this thing is massive. Your lower, they all come with a bipod. You have to pull this down and pull out. And then also the foot down here, extendable, which is very, very nice. Super oiled up down here too. Here is your mag release right here. Your safety. Fire. Oh, this also has a pod in the back, which you most likely will never use. I've never seen a YouTuber use it. Most YouTubers actually talk about taking it off. This bolt is ginormous. This gun does not come with a gun lock. Almost nobody uses that anyway, but I'm just gonna throw that out there. Now, for the assembly, you're gonna start off with these two pins. So you're gonna start off with this one first. Up top, you're gonna see this pin sitting up here. Now, before you take this out, you have to take this out very slowly because this is spring loaded. You can obviously see the spring. You back this up against your leg. You push your bolt back a little bit, just a little bit. And then you're gonna go over here to this pin. You're gonna pull that pin out. Now this, you have to let it go slowly because it will shoot out because this bolt just comes right up, which makes it really easy for cleaning. I was also told that you don't need to take this apart when cleaning it, so that makes my life a little easier. First, we put these two pins to the side for now. Like, just the sheer amount of oil that comes on this, like, they are well prepared. I'm gonna put the bolt right back. I just took it out to show you. For the barrel, you're gonna see this little spacer thing. This moves freely back and forth. You're gonna move this out the way. You're gonna latch this into this groove that you see right here. Okay. Almost, there we go. So when putting this together, this is probably going to be your hardest part. Besides that, putting this gun together is actually pretty simple. All right, so now that that's on, you see this is always going to stay loose, so don't worry about that. Now we're going to take the upper. If you look right here, you're going to see like a little groove in here. You take your upper, you're going to line that groove up with this one. All right, before lowering the upper on top of the lower, I'm gonna pull this bolt back far enough so we can clear the barrel. Drop this on top. We're gonna come back to these pins. You take the long one and you stick it right back in the side over here. You're gonna see a hole there. You stick that back in. That'll lock this part of the upper on top of the lower. You take this small pin and then you stick it right down to this hole. And that's it. The gun is fully assembled. I don't have a scope yet. I'll be getting one soon. Racks back and forth just fine. Did I mention how oily this gun is? I mean, it looks like they just dipped it. It looks like they just like dumped this into a bath of oil. It's almost like they sprayed this down because even on top of the Picatinny rail is covered in oil. When you load this magazine in, this gigantic behemoth of a magazine is more AK style. You don't just shove it in like that, no. Boom. Just like that. That's pretty much it assembled. But you do have iron sights if you find that useful or not. These are pretty simple to assemble. I do want to give a big thanks to Advanced Arms. Those guys are awesome. Now, they're not asking me to do this, but I just really like those guys and gal. They're the ones who showed me how to put this together, which is really cool, and they actually took the time out of their day to. And here I am passing that knowledge off to you guys. Like, just so you could see like the sheer size of this. This is a 16-inch barrel, AR-15, and you can see just how big this behemoth is. When you are shooting this, make sure that there's nobody standing to your left or to your right, like anywhere in this like 45-degree angle. This right here, you see the little ports on the side. There's gonna be a whole lot of blowback coming out at that angle. So when you shoot this gun, make sure they're standing behind you. So when it comes to disassembly, just look back at my assembly and then do it backwards. This thing weighs so much. This is 35 pounds, but I just don't see it. I don't see how do people rapid fire this. People, they put this up to their shoulders. Jesus. Man, they make it look so easy. Or maybe I'm just weak. Man, whoever runs around with this, Jesus Christ, man, they have a burden on them. This thing is heavy. This little piece right here, I think I'm just gonna take this off. This is more of an annoyance than helpful. And that's all I did, is just literally unscrew it and screw this back in. Look how much oil that is. Like, everything is so oiled. But most likely you're not gonna be shooting like this. This is ridiculous. You're gonna be laying down, and this is, or sitting down. And this is gonna be on the floor like this. A little handbook there. It says that this takes about 70%, or it says exactly 70% of the recoil. That is awesome. Just in case anyone's concerned, you know, gun is cleared.